Let's come out.
So you're grilling some meats. He knows the score, man.
The back of his hand. Them other boys, he don't give a damn. Here it comes. Oh, you wait for it. He's got a plan. He's a man. Here it comes. No, wait for it, wait for it. You're wait for it. Here it is. You can't break him down.
That right there, the bigot foot we were hunting today.
We were after the wild bigot foot right there. He thinks he's the man. This song in LA, I don't know if they're doing it in 24-hour fitness in Colorado, but out here, because that's the only other point of reference I've got for 24-hour fitness. That song comes on like every third song. You'll be like, you'll walk into the bathroom, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. You're like, yeah, I'm the, and then there's just some old guy who just sagging everywhere and depressed at existing as long as he has. He doesn't know how he got in the gym. All he knows is he has to take his clothes off, walk out there, then walk back in to leave.
There's the guys with like the hairy like silverback thing.
Oh, it's a gorilla.
And then they're like this saggy everything. Oh. And then there's the like Asian dudes who wear swimsuits in the shower.
That's a fact. Alhambra, I don't know how you say it. There's a 24-hour fitness out there, and when you go in there, it's all Asian dudes, and they all wear their swim trunks in the shower, and it's only other Asian dudes. What do you? That guy knows what you're.
I think it's all small. It's all small dick stereotypes.
Yeah.
It's like they're ashamed about it. Well, like, what if you're an Asian dude with a hog and you don't even know it? Like, you're just like...
You're like, man, this thing's huge, but I'm Asian, so it must be tiny.
Yeah, everybody else must have garden hoses. Like,
meanwhile, you got the Gorgon just waiting to come in from the other dimension. Oh, man. No, it's crazy.
Don't be insecure if you're Asian, all right?
And listen, I'm not out there flapping my Johnson for the world to see. I'm conservative. You know, I kick out my boxers under the towel and shimmy on over to the shower, but
I'm a libertarian, so I'm throwing it in your face.
Yeah, he's gonna magic and PI or
Magic Mike.
Oh, great. But no, see, I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious when they're wearing these swim trunks. I get it. I don't want to do that, and I don't want to be seen. But then again, at the same time, you get these guys in the gym who are really creepy. Like, you get some creepy dudes. Like, sometimes there'll be a dude just like, he's there when you come in, and then you come out from the gym and he's still there, and he like hasn't moved. Like, what's that guy doing over there? He's been there like 2 hours.
He's on some low-level Weinstein shit.
Yeah, he's some weird. And then you got them guys that'll walk in and they'll be buck naked, and they'll be like, I think that scale's lying. It's saying I'm heavier than I am. Why don't you try it out? No, I'm just gonna wash my hands and go this way. All right, I think
no, strip down. You need to be accurate with the weight. Your clothes weigh like 40 pounds. You need to...
Meanwhile, he's standing there just like not a care in the world. What are you doing, guy? It's weird. That is weird.
I used to be averse to taking showers like in public at all. Like after basketball practice, I would just not take a shower.
I didn't like it in elementary school. Well, not in elementary, junior high. I didn't like that at all.
But you get like pimples and shit. It's not like, just take a shower. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's no big deal. Well, and you know, as long as they got the single showers. If they got a group shower, fuck it, I'm all
I've never taken a group shower. Fuck all that.
Oh, you're lucky. When we were in junior high, we had to do that. It was horrible. They had 10 little spigots and 2 little things.
It's like right at the time where you're most insecure about your...
And then there's always that guy like, hey, I'm gonna play with it and come at you, and you're just like, oh, dude, stop this. You're waiting. You're gonna be in jail as an adult because of this. There's the gym teacher. Mike. Actually, we had good. When I was a kid, I was lucky. I didn't have any of that going on.
See,
where I'm from in Wyoming, it was the 80s. The pedophilia hadn't caught up yet.
So, like, our group of friends was like, it was funny because like nobody was like that averse to gay people, so we would like, that was the main jokes we would make.
Oh yeah.
Like on the basketball team, like there were these two like steroided up dudes, we call them roids, and they weren't like, I don't even know if they were taking steroids, but they actually lifted in the gym. Like we would go around and fuck around in the gym and do, but there were them, and then it would be the constant joke of like they were gonna rape the freshmen. And it was like, it was never serious, but it was just the funniest shit to joke about.
Well, and the younger you are, the more risque you're gonna be, naturally.
And then I had this friend. I'm gonna talk about him on stage someday, but he was like, I grew up in Oklahoma, so he was my one like Native American friend.
Mm. He was really good. He was your John Redcorn.
Oh man,
John Redcorn.
Tonto.
He was the Tonto to your Lone Ranger.
Exactly.
I've learned how to do an excellent Native American.
I like that.
It's a mixture.
It's soothing.
It's Johnny Depp and Christopher Walken blended together. That's Native American. Sometimes they'll go high. Other times.
That's the most excited they're gonna get. Is that right there? They'll go low. Oh, and whisper about the spirits.
This is the best stereotypical Native
You're
American.
hunting the Bigfoot.
Hunting of the wild Bigfoot in the mountains of Burbank.
Many tales of the Bigfoot.
Sasquatch shapeshifter Bigfoot comes creeping about.
But he was like a thugged out Native American. So he would listen to like hip hop, and he was really good at basketball though. It was funny because he was tall, he was a little overweight, so we put him at center. But he was like, he had the handles of guard, and he could like break you down, and like he was about that N1 mixtape tour type, like cross you up and make you look stupid type thing. But he was hilarious. His name was Bo Bigoose.
Bo Bigoose.
And he was just the funniest dude of all time. Like I still have him on Facebook, and his thing was like in 8th grade we had this basketball camp, and so we would go and like we'd all be in one room. And so, like, him and AJ McGee, this black dude, who's also really fucking good at basketball.
Like, it doesn't even sound like a real name.
Amazing at basketball, ridiculous. And he already had, he was like built in like 8th grade, and like quick and fast and like.
Don't you hate those guys that are like a man by like 8th grade? Remember that? Remember that guy who had like a full beard?
But
you're like, you son of a.
And Bo Bigoose. And they were the biggest troublemakers on the team. But 8th grade basketball camp was so fun because we were all in one room. It was like this like week-long sleepover with your friends. And like we would be like playing video games, and we have like 2 games every day. And we were just eating pizza and Gatorades.
It's paradise.
Man, it was awesome. But like the biggest joke, like. First of all, we could never go to sleep. We got no sleep. So we were like dead tired playing some of the games
toward
the end. But it was like,
a fag.
It was that like delirious, like everything is hilarious type of.
Oh, I missed that, man. I haven't been there in a long time.
Dude, that's
isn't that fun?
That sleep deprived, like just.
Yeah, you put in a hard day, you've been at it, but you just kind of. There's a certain high there. Actually.
Yeah. So it was that in this one room. And then, like, as soon as the lights went out and we were supposed to go to sleep, like, nobody was getting sleep because eventually, even if it got quiet for like 10 minutes,
somebody
was going to say some shit.
Yeah.
Somebody was going to say some shit. And one of Bo, the things that he would do, he would talk about dieseling people. Like, we called him Diesel. We called him the Diesel because he was the biggest kid, but he was also like fast and whatever.
Right.
But we called him Diesel, and so he made it into an active verb of like that he was gonna rape you.
Oh gosh!
And it's like
I'm gonna diesel you.
So it was like this fake rape thing.
It was a frape.
It was basically a dry humping that happened. He would like scurry over and be like, so-and-so's getting diesel, Nick's getting diesel. Oh, and then like he would just fucking dry hump you on the outside of your like sleeping bag or whatever. But it was just the funniest shit because nobody took it serious.
Right.
And it was just like
until that one kid got the full diesel engine. Oh no. And that scarred him for life.
The most exaggerated bullshit.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But that was like the funniest shit was like that fake gay shit. And so everybody was comfortable with it. We were just like, that was just the funniest shit. We were just like, what the fuck? And but he would get next to the wall specifically so he could make sound effects when everything was dark. Like, man, it was just dark. We're all trying to get to sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you hear Bo. Diesel coming for you. And you'd be like, oh no. Hopefully not me. This is stupid as shit. But it was always that type of like ridiculous craziness in the basketball team. So it was like, who could say the most ridiculous thing to make people laugh? That's where I think like I developed some of my like just ways of thinking as a comic.
Right.
Just
Diesel coming for you.
The goofiest shit. But the weirdest thing is how that translates to reality, which is not as funny, but it also is as funny. Because
all right.
Okay, so
let's get somewhere.
So he got arrested.
Oh no!
Because some chick called the cops and said that he had come over and like was having a bonfire with him. It was a party and whatever, and she like separated off with him in this room, and that he like forced himself on her.
Oh man!
Now, the way I found out about this.
Oh no!
Was I searched his name online. You know how you search your childhood friends online.
Oh no!
And then I found this story. I'm gonna see if we can still find it.
Oh no!
But I'll describe it to you before we look for it. So it's this account of what happened, and it's through her words, what she told the courtroom or whatever.
Oh god!
She said that he came into the room when it was dark and she was sleeping. She was like half awake. And he like propositioned her, and she was like didn't react to it, and just kind of wanted him to go away. But he like snuggled up next to her and was like, "I'm gonna eat that pussy like cold pizza." That was the word for word.
I thought you were gonna say Diesel coming for you. I didn't think that. Oh my god.
Diesel coming for you. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. He said that I'm gonna eat that pussy like cold pizza, and I just bust out laughing because that's fucking Bo Biggood.
You're like, oh,
that's the funniest shit I've ever fucking heard, dude. Like, first of all, if you get your pussy eaten, it's not real rape. It might be a little unwanted, but it's not like as violent as penetration.
Well,
it's like tongue penetration.
Yeah.
It's aggressive, and it's like maybe unwanted, but it's like you're still getting your pussy eaten. It's like
no comment.
It's not in the same category as like
Diesel coming for you.
Right? But
so
that was my like. I'm still in contact with that dude. He's one of my favorite people of all time.
And you gotta trust. She did not want that.
First, if a girl doesn't want you to eat her pussy, don't eat her pussy.
Don't eat her pussy.
But still, it was just I like laughed for so long when I read that because it was like so out of nowhere, and just to know what kind of goofy person he was.
Yeah.
And he was like silly and like kind-hearted and like he wasn't like, but he had that thing where he would like got into the thug culture through rap. And
rap! It opens the doors to rape. Rap is just rape without the E. It's that simple. 75% of rap, R-A-P.
Rap is legitimizing rape.
It's legitimizing. That's right. It's a joke. It's
through the word itself.
I'm against rap culture. Now you know. The more you know.